All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again. Thank y'all so much for coming over, man. Look, I feel like this video is very, very important. Y'all know the other day, I did a video talking about what Marlon Wayans said about 50 Cent, you know, how karma gonna come back to him for putting out this documentary about Diddy. Now, look, if anything, it should be good karma, right? Because he's exposing what we all knew. He's just highlighting it better. Again, Netflix put their name on it, so the whole world is just kind of like, whoa, you know what I mean? So my whole thing is like, for Marlon to speak out about that, I think it really made him look bad, you know? But we know that Marlon's been to all of these parties. All right, he said it. He's been to the Diddy parties, but I want to hear what the Breakfast Club has to say about this. I want to see if they're going to agree with Marlon or agree with 50 about this. I just want to know. I just want to know. And I don't know if 50 Cent has responded to what Marlon said. So the original video will be in the description for you guys to check out more. And you can watch this whole interview. But I just can't believe people of that status, of Marlon's status, will come out and kind of like defending Diddy, man. Kinda, you know? But we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Law. Now, speaking of other content, so the Diddy Netflix documentary is still causing some commotion. So Marlon Wayans and 50 Cent are having a little tiff, a little back and forth right now.
Marlon Wayans?
Yeah, so Marlon sat down. Marlon sat down with Big Boy, and they were talking about a ton of different things. But the Netflix doc came up, Diddy's Netflix doc by 50 Cent. Let's take a listen.
50 and Puff have a long-term beef. It's personal. It's between him and Puff. And before it's between him and Puff, it's between both of them and God. Just the way Puff is down on his luck and 50's kicking a man when he's down.
God is going
to... If 50 ever luck turn up on 50, you got to be careful what you put out. There's a karma to every action that you do.
You think we'll see that day?
Huh?
You think we'll see that day?
I don't think 50 does dumb stuff. You know, he's very smart, you know, in terms of his business. I think he already had his...
I think we already would have saw it.
He got shot 9 times. He paid his debt early. So that's why he's like, F it. But, you know, look, this is between him and Puff, and honestly, it's between both of them and God.
Yeah.
So, you know, only God can judge, and both of them people will have time to sit with God and talk about and through everything. And right now is Puff's time to sit there and have a conversation, a much needed conversation with God.
He ain't say nothing crazy.
Yeah, so 50 Cent posted, I will say too, a lot of places that I saw posting this clip weren't posting it in full, like that other part where you
like
didn't,
a little clip, yeah,
they didn't post it in full. So if you, I mean, 50 just likes to troll anyway, but if you first watch just that little clip, it kind of sound like, oh, 50, your day is coming, you better relax. But then when you watch the full thing, it's like, oh, but he's a smart guy, whatever. But 50 Cent posted Marlon Wayans from White Chicks and said, keep my name out your mouth, boy. And then Marlon Wayans is coming back on Instagram too. You about to say something, Charlotte?
I was gonna, how come nobody ever says that when it's white producers? Like TMZ did docs on Diddy, there was docs on Hulu. How come they weren't
Peacock.
kicking?
What did I say in my other video? I was saying, I wonder what people would say if this wasn't 50 Cent posting this. You know, I hear a lot of people saying that 50 Cent need to do a documentary on Jay-Z. They said they want 50 Cent to do a documentary on Epstein. Now, all I'm saying is, it takes guts to do this. Most people would not touch this because of the retaliation. So I think 50 is very bold for doing this. And he's exposing something. A lot of people think just because you're black, you got to support everything that's black. Like, even when it's bad. You know what I mean? I think that is just so crazy. Because you see that all the time. a black man tearing another black man down. I don't look at Diddy as a black man. He's a damn monster. You know, like I've seen enough and gathered enough information to be able to look at what's right and what's wrong. You know, that's why I say a lot of people go right to the damn, I can't believe this black dude is doing this to, you know, these two brothers are powerful and rich. They should be, look, man, y'all, it's crazy. So that's what Charlemagne is saying. You know, that's just crazy to me, man.
How come they weren't kicking the person when they down? Why do we only say that when it's, you know, a black producer? And especially when you know 50 and Diddy got a personal issue. So like there's no reason for 50 to have any type of loyalty to Diddy in any way, shape, or form.
You know what? I didn't even think about it like that. But like you said, there's been a bunch of docs put out before
50.
And nobody said when TMZ did that whole series, nobody said when the Peacock doc.
You see what Envy just said? He said, I didn't even think about it like that. So sometimes you got to bring stuff to people's attention. He's like, because like I said, TMZ just recently did that documentary. So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't get it. It goes into the whole idolizing, you know. It goes into the whole idolizing. Telling you, man, just watch. Trust me on this. Watch when this man gets out and watch when he has another party. Just watch how many people attended. You'll see.
All those other docs, nobody said nothing.
It's investigative reporting when they did it, when they do it.
But he wasn't in jail yet, was he? Like, nah, he wasn't
Which
in jail.
makes
He
it
wasn't
worse.
locked up. He wasn't going through
Right.
jail.
It makes it worse because he was going through trial when they were doing these documents. When they were doing these documentaries. I think it makes it worse.
But he thought he
because
was
the
gonna
jurors
win.
could have had a chance to watch it. People could have had a chance to watch it. I think it was worse.
And what is this documentary doing other than telling a story?
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, it's just telling a story.
Yeah.
Like, and it's a story based off Diddy's actions.
Yeah.
So how's that kicking him when he's down?
I mean, how I seen it.
And aren't you
it's
supposed to
just
kick your enemy when they down?
I mean, yeah,
50
all the
don't
time,
like
stomp
Diddy.
him in the ground. But I'm saying, like, he's in jail, like he's in prison right now. So I feel like that's what Marlon is saying. Like, it's nothing that Diddy can do. He's not home walking around free. Like he can't do nothing. His hands is tied. So
like he can't
that's
respond
him.
back?
Yeah, like or he can't do anything. Send the flowers. I mean, whatever. But
Also, 50's not.
So, again, I'll go back to the whole, a lot of people were shocked at the time he got. A lot of people thought he was going to get more time. So in some case, people are saying he did win. He wasn't convicted of the real serious stuff, you know. And then you see this stuff he was saying to his lawyer, recording him without his consent, all that type of stuff. So again, I don't know. What if you were to flip this, what do you think Diddy would be doing to 50 Cent? You know what I mean? You think Diddy would be kicking 50 Cent while he's down? Probably in some goddamn Louis V Timberland boots.
The only producer on this documentary.
Yeah,
Y'all
no.
do know that, right?
Yeah,
there's other executive producers on this documentary.
50,
So why is
it
50
was-
the only one that's kicking him down? It just sounds like Diddy getting jumped to me.
It was 50 idea, right? This off. If 50 didn't have the idea to do it, it wouldn't have been done and executed this perfectly.
I doubt it. So.
Really?
I almost guarantee somebody probably came to him and said, "This is what they want to do."
Yeah, he's the executive producer.
I've been on the receiving end of those kind of phone calls where people want to come and they'll be like, "Who's a person we could do a documentary on?" I'd be like, Elvis.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Well, Ja Rule said he's about to do his own documentary because, and speaking of kicking your enemy,
He doing his own.
Ja Rule, I mean, he's just trolling 50 Cent, but he's basically saying, he's calling 50 a hypocrite. He's saying, you got your own stuff that people could talk about, so you need to step on out of this, and I'm going to do my own documentary. And he's trying to make it seem like, 50 Cent doesn't really care about the victims and people that are on the receiving end of this. It was all about getting the story out. So he's like piling on
None
to
of
the
these
like
people that do
50
these
should have never did it.
documentaries care about the victims. okay? And Ja say he trolling until a production company actually approaches him and say, hey, you really want to do this? I guarantee, I'm telling you, it's the game.
Well, he didn't even say he was trolling. I took it as he was trolling. He said, I think I'm going to start doing docs. There's a lot to unpack here, allegedly. And he posted some, like, you know, past things that have been alleged on against 50 Cent. So,
Jeez.
yeah. This doc just keeps
Niggas
on
start
going.
beefing with docs, okay?
You know, I keep having to say this because I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about it enough, is that all the people who were talking in the doc just got a huge platform to tell a story that they already told. That's the biggest thing here. All of these stories have been told. It's a little more in depth, but these stories have been told on plenty other platforms. It's just Netflix is like the hugest, so that's what it is. That's what it is. A lot of people are believing. If you listen to Jaguar Wright, she said it as well. These stories, she has been talking about this stuff for years. You know? Think about it like you know how people do food reviews? You know? And again, everybody has their own taste buds. But there's certain people that you watch who might do a food review who will keep it real. You know? They'll keep it real. They won't just say, oh, they like everything. They were like, oh, this, you know, this needed more seasoning. This needed. So you pretty much can trust their opinion, right? So a lot of people won't go eat at a place unless the other person has did it before, because they validated it. They put the stamp on it. They gave it their approval, you know? So that's what everybody's doing with this Netflix doc. Like, you could go find out for yourself and see all these stories. But once Netflix put it out there, it's like, oh, it's believable. You know? Like I said, you can see other people trying food. But until a certain person does, now you're like, oh, I'm going to go there now. You know? So, again, man, that's the biggest thing that I've taken from this. And again, I like to look at comments. Men are more mad at 50 Cent than they are at Diddy. Says a lot. It really does. Diddy wouldn't hesitate to kick him. Shame on everyone, famous people as well as any other person who defends Sean Combs and or justifies his actions. Disgusting behavior. There's truth in trolling. I'll just say that. Marlon should have set this one out. And Diddy getting his karma for kicking Cassie while she was down. Marlon can't believe you're a Diddy sympathizer. And he keep on saying that's between 50. It's between Diddy and 50 or 50 and God. It's like, well, why are you saying something? You know what I mean? Why are you? And from what I know, the last thing I've heard, he hasn't even watched it yet. He hasn't even watched the documentary yet. I feel like if he watch it, he's going to be like, huh. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. Hey, again, the original video's in the description, man. Peace out.